Clicked on the wrong thing, but that's okay. Hello, everyone. Ah. About to get started. 1 second. Alright, I think everything's okay. Hello! We are back again, day 6 of Remaking Genshin Impact in Unreal Engine. Oh boy. Day 6 of 7, so tomorrow's the end. Unless I end up moving the final day back to Monday, because I might. Because I have a policy of, like, making sure almost always making sure I take Sundays off. So, I have to decide. Of course, as soon as I stream this, there's a dog that starts going off. Anyway, alright. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact. Legally distinct, but not really. Before we begin, I want to remind everyone, remember Posting the Galaxy Man? Game I've been working on as a programmer for the past year or so, and the first game to utilize Omega Game Framework for Unreal Engine, first commercial release, is available now on Steam to wish list. So you guys want to go and check that out. 3D platformer, very story-heavy, physics-based puzzles, stuff like that. So if it seems your thing, be sure to go ahead and check that out. And with that said, let's get started. All right. Let me see. Check a couple things. Sorry, 1 second. I know it was just about ready, but I have to make sure a few other things are operating. So what I'm probably going to start on today is we have we're 6 days into this. The game is called Genshin Impact, and there ain't nobody to simp for. So I think one of the first things we need to get on doing is actually have some people to simp for. So 1 second. Boy. All right. So one thing I have, let's pull this out. Something I've been stocking up on for a while is a collection of some lovely ladies, which sounds horrible out of context, but let me explain. So there is a site some of you may or may not have heard of called Waifu Labs. And what this is, it's essentially a way of AI generating anime waifus and husbandos now within the latest release. So what I've been doing over the past however long is just basically making up a collection of waifus to use for prototyping various game systems of mine. So let's go ahead and pull those open. Let me see. I think I have them saved to the cloud, so I'm going to download them right now. No. Ice Drive. Yeah, I guess I got exposed. I like Ice Drive for cloud storage. Oh, man. See, I drank almost all my water before I got started, so I may have to go get more now. See, assets, lab waifus. There we go. Let's go ahead and download this folder. Then we'll pull some of these ladies in. Can show you. Exposing the downloads folder. No. Doesn't look like there's anything there to expose though. Here we are. Uh, our collection of... One second. Trying to think of a better way of showing this off. No, it's not what I meant to do. Sorry, 1 second. Frick. Sorry, I'm just... Ah! Screw it. We'll drag them all in. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new... Oh, I have made the party member data type, right? Or data asset class. Players... Or well, game systems, party... Yeah, DA party members. For data asset party member. Let's go to game data, party. Oh, I already have stuff here. But that's less interesting. No, we have to have waifus. We have to have people I can simp for. Alright. So let's start pulling these in. First, let's pull in Glyn. Lovely blue Glyn. There's Glyn, and she will be... Oh, I need to add a portrait to the party members. Let's see. Game systems, party... Do you party member? So that's the main thing you want with Genshin, right? You want all the lovely people. All right, under appearance, let's make a new one. We'll call it icon 2D texture. No, texture 2D. And plug it into the texture from general data images so we can easily access that. Come on, Glyn, let's go. Next up, we have green. Now, who's a good for green? I don't really have a good green. What about orange? That's more red. Ooh, I forgot I had a few here I liked. For this one, I think we'll use Rain. This here is Rain. I like to think of these ladies as the what would it be? the constant hires of is there a term there's a term for like when directors in movies or whatever have a certain series of actors? I guess I'm asking, is there a certain term for when a director in a film or whatever has a certain series of actors that they just keep using over and over again? Because that's kind of how I see these. I use these in all testing my projects. I kind of would love to make to get some really simple models of them like made up as well, but anyway, this is properly. When I should be renaming them too, shouldn't I? Back to blue. Remember. Green. I think this works. We'll have Lena. Lena can be green, even though she's not really that green. PM Lena. Don't crash on me. Come on. Don't do this to me. I also found out another reason I think Unreal is going a little slow for me, because this is Unreal 427, which I had forgotten, and I realized again yesterday. I installed on my the non. Yeah, there it goes. Piece of crap. Send and restart, and I'm also gonna task manager force close Unreal 4. Anyway, I installed 427 on the HHD. Is that what it is? The non SSD one. So obviously, when 426, which is the other main one I use, because I don't really use Unreal Engine 5 much. I think I talked about that. So 420 Unreal 426, which is what I do most of my development on, is on the SSD. 427 is not. So stuff using 427 right now is going to go slower until I uninstall it and reinstall it on the SSD. Anyway, back to Genshin. Game data party. Glenn is still. Everyone's okay? Everyone okay. All right, Lena. I'm also. I won't rename the folders now because I don't want to risk breaking references. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Do you use any of? I'm curious, Raphael. Do you use any of excuse me, any of my marketplace stuff? Super RPG framework or Omega Game Framework or Assembly or any of that? Let me see. Now, who do I want? How about Scarlet? No, Scarlet has to be red. What am I doing? Purple I made rain, right? I got red and yellow. Well, yellow's gonna be Mallory, naturally. All right, red and orange. These are the ones I think Medora can be orange. Yeah, one downside to Waifu Labs and being AI generated, I understand why this is. Is that it doesn't exactly do like non-pale skins very well because obviously it's pulling mostly from anime. Anime is mostly Asian. It would be cool if Waifu Labs operated like if you guys are familiar with Artbreeder, where you could put certain like you could actually pick which images you wanted to crossbreed, or you could modify certain parameters and values. That would be cool. But anyway, but I like Fedora still. I like all of them. Anyway, the trick is going to be actually who do I have left? Just red. Oh, I need to be renaming them. Medora. Medora, purple is rain, red. Am I doing all these? Yeah. One more. PM for party member, naturally. Mallory. And red. Red will be Scarlet. That just makes sense. Who just came out as, I guess, a cat girl. I'm not exactly sure what some of this is. But that's what you get with AI-generated stuff. Sorry, I need to keep this up. Right, keep everything on the main screen so y'all can see it. There you go. Just want to stick on some nice music. Anyway, I think that's everyone. That's 6. That's a good collection. All right. Now the trick is, man. Trying to think of what I want to do. I mean, it's most any service. I'll actually show you if you haven't seen, because I don't know if have you been here for any of the other Genshin streams. I'll show you how it works, because I already have climbing in. I have most of the basic movement and combat mechanics in, but so yeah, climbing is already in. It's a little bit not precise on the climbing up at the top, but that's probably the best I'm going to get for this, just because I'm short on time. But yeah, there you go. What I want to work on now is getting in different, like, fighting weapon attack styles. Also, probably fixing that. What the frick? Anyway, I think it deleted all the enemies. In fact, let's just go right to the test map so I can test quicker. There we are on the test map. So back to party. Well, actually, okay. Thing is, I realized I imported the Frank Slash pack, which is all the different Frank animation style. Hey, hang on. There it is. So this is music. If anyone was wondering where the song I constantly use for the opening from, or use in the intro to my streams from, this is from Yeast. What's the English title of it? Because Japanese. I believe it's Yeast Memories of Salsetta is the English title, but it's the second track. Kaznin, the Frontier Town. Anyway, back to work. I think what I'm going to do is import stuff separately. Right. I have the I've specifically pulled out Frank's animations and like exported them out of the engine so I can have them on hand to quickly import back in. So what do I want to do? Anim weapons katana. Yeah, no, that was test. Looking here, we got Studio Syndicate. Is it assets? If it's assets, UE4 assets. This way it's easier for me to import them and to re-import them, especially animations, so I can re-import them onto a specific skeleton instead of needing to retarget. This is faster. So skeleton mesh, UE4 mannequin, animations. I think it's, yeah, Frank, and then here they are. Great sword animations. So mostly need in-place stuff. And I just got everything there. I'll stick with just the attacks for now. Well, attacks and skill. Those will probably be the good ones, or the ones I need. I probably won't be able to recreate. There's the the spinning attack that every great sword wielder has. Great sword. But oh wow. Let's pull these in. All right, mannequin. Yeah, all stupid mannequins, and I have to find the right one. There it is. The one that's Adventure RPG Framework. That's what I want. Import all. Shouldn't give me any errors, but we'll see. I could also, yeah, just make Actually, are any of these kind of spinny attacks? That's a skill. Alright, so attack is... it kicks first. That's weird. I feel like it should be you attack, then you attack again, then you kick, and then maybe you do that? Whatever that is. I feel like I need more attacks than that. Yeah, let's pull in the combos. That should be better. Hopefully, it'll be better, or at least look which means I have to find that mannequin again. Urgh! Come on! Stop freezing on me. Sorry, it's on the lower monitor now. Mannequin. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Where it is? There we go. U4 skeleton. Import all. There we go. This might be better. Combo 1. I'll need to shorten some of these, but they'll work. One thing I honestly, if like, I also would like to do. I'm wondering if I should do this. No, actually, I don't want to do this because it was basically I was gonna say what I did for the Project Soul demo that I did a while back. Great. 1 second. Attack 1. I should say specify human greatsword. Human greatsword. What I did for that is I literally put all the attack combos in a single montage and just made a section to separate each of them. But I probably won't do that now just because I want to be able to prevent any more combos. And I could do that anyway. But easy way to prevent you from, once you finish the last animation, looping it back around to the first one. I don't want to do that. Alright, so let's carve these down a little bit because we want a pretty quick response time. Alright. Attack 1, attack 2, we'll use combo 2. Am I looking at this right? I'm just repeating the combos, aren't I? Wait, no, what? Wait, what the frick? Oh, I see, yeah. Okay, so it's if they're there, it's just not letting me select them. I get it. There we go. And this is 3, though. This is wrong. So it's just showing the ones for the other skeleton. It's just not letting me list them, I think. That's the one I want. Alright. Attack 2. Let's fix this one. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. This is the last one. Literally the last. I had to go through all of them. There we go. And I think a 3-hit combo is fine for now. Alright. Animation blueprint. Animation blueprint human. Blueprint human. Weapon. Great sword. Perfect. Alright, hey. Everything here is fine, I think. Hang on. Yeah, attack montage is what I want. I'm actually going to. Should I unplug the? I'm wondering if I should unplug the anime stuff since I'm probably not going to get that in time. I don't know. But that's not katana. Oh, I plugged in katana when I want greatsword. 3 and 2. So now I need those weapon types though. Party weapon types. Okay, that's where I put the animations for it in. I guess that makes sense. That's not this because it's data asset, right? Yeah, I have some basic AI. They don't show up in here. It's very. So I don't. I use Logic Driver Pro for creating AI. So I'll actually show you an example. This is the only AI type I'm using right now, and it's called AI Grunt. Basically, it has 2 general states: passive and combat. For passive state, he just wanders around. He waits for a random amount of time between 1.5 seconds to 2.5 seconds, then just wanders again. He wanders, as in like he wanders 1,000 meters, up to 1,000 meters from where he started. His speed is lower. Then in combat state, which is triggered when he sees the player, Then he'll wait a second. He'll run to the player, try to attack. Which I will actually... I want to make this smaller. Just so the player has less time. And then once he's done attacking, he'll just try to attack again. If he can't, he'll keep running to the player. So very, very simple AI. I'll show you how it looks in a second. Just let me toss an enemy in. Enemy. Do I have a skeleton? I don't. Alright. I think I kept those in the warrior. He's somewhere in here. He's a blueprint, so I can filter out that. There he is. Enemy skeleton warrior. Let's just drop that guy in. So he should just wander around until he sees me, and then come for me, dude. Come at me. I need to be careful of my choice of words. And then dodge. Get him. I do need to add more reactions in, but I want to get other stuff functional first. So yeah, right now it's a matter of getting parties members in. Which means I gotta... Is that saved? It's already saved. Alright. Weapon types, that's what I'm working on. Weapon. Weapon type. Katana. This is katana. Anyway. Which I believe is... Well, human, but I want to make a proper subclass. And I think I'm going to keep this stuff, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do it in here. Do it? Oh, no. Okay, fine. Screw it. Screw it. Everything goes in here, in the same folder. I'll fix it. I'll fix it afterward. Yeah, and I prefer Logic Driver Pro for doing AI, Raphael, to whatever Unreal's native thing is called. Which apparently Epic does too, because they're making a new AI system for Unreal 5. Behavior trees, that's it. I mean, yeah, behavior trees obviously have certain advantages, but... blueprint, animation, weapons... Yeah, put this crap in... Great sword, anim... Excuse me. Gee knows. Great sword. Of course, I gotta open up the folder first. Move here. Human? Doesn't show up there. Okay, fine. Animation blueprint will be derived from human. Obviously. Human weapon katana. Details. Attack montages, those can stay, because those are the ones I'm using. Katana. I probably don't need an icon. I don't know if I'm going to get around that far. And I'm going to move that out here just in case I want to... I don't think I would need to modify it at all, because it's a child class, but still. And, oh man, honestly, if I wanted to be really, really efficient, I'm wondering if it would be better actually for this to put the animations... Nah, because I guess you might have characters that would be enemies or whatever that would use the same blueprint, but I was basically wondering, should I put the montages in the weapon type data? But I'm not going to do that. Just because there might be like an enemy that you'd want to fight that that would use the human blueprint but wouldn't use a weapon type, if that makes sense. So you'd want some unique animations for them. So weapon type, great sword. Get your sword. Okay. Savel. So for now, let's also go into, where is it? Enemies. No. Oh, what I should also add a let's see, katana, weapon. What am I looking for? Items. Weapon data. I believe it's weapon data. No, it'd be weapon type. Here we go. Because what we want to do is we want to at least have the option to potentially override what ability it uses. So, attack. So you could potentially change the logic behind how attacking works. Obviously, it's like how a great sword would have that spin attack, stuff like that. So attack ability class. Now, I believe I've had an issue in the past where after adding ability classes in data assets has caused some issues with, like, I think this happened when I was doing the stream for developing Star Eater. Actually, it basically broke all the references to the Niagara plugin modules, so Niagara's particles just didn't even work, and the engine would keep crashing whenever I tried to use anything with them. It was crazy. I think I got it fixed, but all right. Oh, also, should have some attribute modifiers on here. Attribute, omega attribute modifiers. Although I actually don't want to do that. Didn't I have a rank thing? Yes, I do. Stat rank, because I want to be able to use this to use the weapon type as an attribute modifier. Although I don't need to do that because the attributes are coming from the weapon. They're coming from the weapon, but in the case of the weapon, I want to also modify it with this. So I'm not even probably going to get around to this, to implementing that in, but we'll see. All right, that's weapon data. All right, big brain, think big brain. What were you doing before this? Right, party members. Okay, so party stats, weapon type. Determine what weapon type they use. Also, let me copy this over, because this character is going to have stats progress at different ranks. In fact, this is actually an easy. I believe this is an easy conversion. Get attribute ranks. Because what we'll do is when the character spawns, we just plug we just override the combatant's attribute ranks with the ones we set from here. So omega attribute outranks local outrank and this is byte. Hang on. I want to see it starts at 1, 1, 2. I could just convert the byte to an int, and that actually should be fine. I need to match specific stuff up. So int to int. Kaboom! There we go. Now we have our attribute ranks we can get from the character. Anyway, we'll just be safe. We'll also make everyone have a katana weapon by default, just so in case I forget to add one, they at least have it in. Do I have any tools to organize ideas when I these we have when developing? I mean, so the main thing I've been using, there's a couple things. One of them is I'm loading up now is Don't look at that. Don't look at that. That's not a big deal. That's okay, there might have been spoilers. 1 second. There might have been a couple spoilers for Mariposa in there. I don't think so. Shoot. No, actually it's fine. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that was okay. I'll actually show you what I've been using. Oh, please don't get on my case for that ink. Anyway, is this Gilded? Let me pull it up. Which is sort of like Discord, but it has a bunch of other options for, actually it's what I use, Studio Syndicate, Hub for. A bunch of other options for other things. Like, you have, I'll show you. You can have different a lot more options for channel types. So you have ones for documentations, for lists, for forums. So you can make, like, I'll use this for putting docs in, for getting image references to make, like, mood boards and things. That's a big one. I use ClickUp for just managing projects and tasks. And then I've recently started using something called Milanote. I'll just hang on. I don't want to take too much time to do this, but it's sort of a way of easily creating mind maps to kind of draw and outline stuff. This Milanote, I've only been using it for like a day or so, so I don't have a ton of experience with it. But yeah, those are kind of the main ones I use. As far as sometimes I'll even just like get out sketch paper and kind of draw out my ideas. But honestly, something that helps me when organizing logic, like code logic, is literally just doing this. Hang on. Actually, let me do it in one that actually has an extra execution pin. If in Unreal Engine 4, something that helps me with, planning out like how I want to handle logic, is I'll just do this. I'll create a node, just an empty node, and then I'll just like, so like I think if I was making a turn-based battle system, I would essentially just block out the different states that the thing would, of the logic I'd want to do. Like, all right, setup, battle, intro, sequence. I still misspelled that, but I'm trying to show this quickly. Turn, and then when the turn is over, hang on. It just, you keep running the turn loop. But then I'd also add a pin for like, all right, and I'd do something a little more elaborate than this, end battle. And basically, and then this would be like, battle end. And this is essentially a way I can write in blueprints, kind of block out the general idea of how I want a system to flow. And then I can just jump into the specific thing and set up whatever blueprint logic I need to. So that helps with organizing directly in Engine. So, is this all Blueprint? This does use Omega Game Framework, which is my own game framework, which has a lot of C++, but I'm not worried. For this project, I haven't had to use any C++. So, let me see. I forgot where I was at again. Something with weapons. Yeah, I was giving weapon types. I was working on weapon types, so let's go down the list. Actually, let's add a few more weapon types in. So we got Great Sword. What else do we have? Katana, Spear works. Root motion. There's no root motion. What the heck? Oh, mannequin, that's why. Yeah, I didn't export any of the non-mannequin stuff because I don't need it. Absolutely. So you can totally make games in Unreal Engine with just Blueprint, and you can make good games. You don't need to. But I would, if you're wanting to do game design and programming, I would still recommend C++ because it does open up a lot more options, especially for optimization and for efficiency. My recommendation with learning C++, it's difficult because there's so much stuff to learn, but let me see. Unreal Engine C++. I mean, if you just look up Unreal... Hey, look, it's me. If you just look up Unreal Engine C++, you will find stuff on YouTube. There's a specific guy though who kind of breaks down the. Let's see if I can find it. Unreal C++ versus blueprints. A video I would recommend starting with is, if you've seen it or haven't seen it, is this video from Nitrogen. I think this is the right one. No. I mean, that one might be good too. This one from Alex Forsyth. I would actually recommend this guy in general because he has a lot of good videos breaking down concepts, especially these recent ones breaking down Unreal concepts, and particularly this one. He does a good job at visually showing you. It's a little long, admittedly, but he breaks down kind of the advantages of both Blueprint and C++ and why you should learn both, and also helps you get, at least for me, it was helpful to get an idea of the basic framework. But for me, I honestly don't remember like how exactly I started learning C, because I'll say this: I only started learning C++ like last year. Okay, around the time that if you look on my streams when the Star Eater live streams happen, or which was the Epic Games or Epic Mega Jam, I only started learning C++ shortly before that. So if you play it yourself, it'll take a little time, but it won't take like years. If you already understand blueprints, a lot of the fundamentals you'll probably get. So yeah, I would recommend him. And if there's any specific thing you're trying to find that you can't, if you just Google it or go to the Answer Hub or go to Unreal Engine or the Unreal Slackers Discord, you usually can find stuff to help you out there. Party members. Okay. So I got this. I want to get the spears in the spear attacks. Stop going slow. I know I'm trying to pull stuff from the cloud, so it's going to go slow, but it might be faster if I just download it. No problem. Good luck to you. Let's see. Weapon types. Spear. There we go. Now I gotta hunt down the proper mannequin skeleton again. It's the first UE4 skeleton in Portal. Excuse me. Also, if you people were prefer it, I do cross stream on Twitch, so I don't know if I might have my Twitch link up, but if like you'd prefer that over YouTube, I do cross stream there. So if you just look up Caius Nelson, actually I'll just go ahead and post that on Twitter. I do need to set it up so it automatically posts when I go live. Even though I believe the name is misspelled on Twitch. It says day 5 of 7. It's actually day 6. Sorry, I'll be there in a sec. Alright. Back to work. So we got the spear attacks in. Let's get the animations in. Copy here. Rename animation blueprint. Human. Weapon. Spear. Animation man, spear, or is it just dash spear? Probably doesn't matter too much. Attack 1, and hopefully these. I'll just actually pull in references for the duplicates. Yes, I use Blender. I like Blender. I've said this before, but Blender is like, well, actually, what I've said before is I wish there was a game engine equivalent of Blender. which I know there's open source game engines, but Blender is kind of amazing. It's is really like some that I think some people take for granted, or it's easy to take for granted, the existence of Blender, but like it's genuinely kind of one of the best things to ever happen to 3D artists. Like to have a 3D, an open source 3D, a completely open source, completely free 3D modeling software that's as good as Blender is really amazing. Because like you can get Maya and other stuff, but and I feel like there's been more of a shift to accepting Blender as an industry standard too. And so if you're someone who's like really likes open source stuff or free stuff, or you need to do stuff for free, or if you're someone who's concerned about like, because I know a lot of people have concerns about using engines or software from like really private or big corporate big corporations and stuff. Much as I love Unreal Engine, I know a lot of people have issues with Epic Games, and some of them are valid. Actually, none of them are valid. But the point is, I wish there was something like for a game engine, and I'm hoping either Godot or Open 3D Engine could one day be this. That was like really, really, really high quality in basically pretty much almost every area, or getting there in almost every area. That was also open source. Because right now, Unity and Godot is really good, but Unity and Unreal are by far the best game engines, and they are both. You know, you have the Unity and Unreal company are pretty big, so I understand why people have concerns about them. Obviously, I'm using Unreal, so I'm not like a boycott or anything. Of course not, but I have no issue with using this stuff. But it's something to be concerned about. And I would say to people who learn game development, don't prioritize one engine. I understand we have limited time, but try to at least have some rudimentary knowledge of other engines as well. It's good because you never know what happens in the future. I don't even mean that to be ominous. Like, it's just a reality. All sorts of stuff can happen. Yes. Okay. So that's one of my biggest issues with Blender, in Unreal Engine is I love Blender, but man, I've had so many. I say I've had so many. I've had a lot of issues with passing skeletal meshes and animations back and forth. I figured out the tricks to like how to do it, and so it's not as much of an issue now, but it's pretty difficult at first, especially because and I don't know why there's not an option to fix this. I also don't know why more people don't talk about this. But actually, if any of you guys watch Prismatic Dev, who does like a lot of stuff, a lot of tutorials for Unreal Engine, he was just talking about this on his stream, where when you import a model by default, a skeletal model and armature from Blender into Unreal Engine, the bone scaling is completely off. It's like 100. It's weird because the character model will be the correct size. So I'm working on spear here, but the bone scaling for some reason is 100 times off. It doesn't look like that, and you won't notice it until you start making stuff like slots, or in my case, and we found this out when working on Mariposa. We found this out while working on Mariposa. When you try to use control rig and like IK stuff for a Blender model that's not modified, it is a nightmare. Like I'm wondering if I have any images I can show you. I'm actually gonna. One second. I want to see if I have if I can show you an image of what it looks like, because basically it's a nightmare. So no, that's okay. I was like, is that a private thing? No, it's not. Let's see. Control rig. Yeah, and it's like Blender is amazing. Obviously, I was just praising it a ton a second ago, and it's great that it's the one thing that's great about stuff like Blender is it does lower the bar of entry for creators, like just your average person to create really high quality stuff. Because one of the things I love about the game industry, I'm spending more time talking about non-Genshin stuff, but like that's fine. I enjoy this. One thing I love about. Okay, I can't find any pictures of it on Mariposa, but like I would attach an IK bone to her, and it would like shoot off 100 times. It would go past the sky sphere. So, anyway, Back to what I was saying. One thing I love about the game industry now is that the barrier to entry for creating like really good looking high quality indie games has been reduced so low that you can see stuff from like teams of I mean, you're not going to see something like Red Dead Redemption 2 to that quality. You won't see that from a team of 5 people, but you can see some insanely high quality stuff, not just in terms of like, oh, it's good, in terms of the production value or the parent production value from people of really, really small teams. And like, you don't see that much with movies or TV shows, which is why like, I know like Hollywood doesn't literally have a monopoly, but sometimes it can feel like they do because the barrier to entry for like big Hollywood blockbuster type movies is so high. To afford that level of visual effects. So with gaming, it's not nearly as high, which is cool. And stuff like our marketplace assets helps out a lot. So, and yeah, Blender also helps that. Oh, nice. Yeah, and of course, not in Red Dead. It's just that's stuff with that level of complexity to its open world requires a bit larger team and a larger development time. Okay, I don't think I'm looking for stuff from the I don't have any of the mage. You know what? What'll probably be faster is if I export all the mage animations and then just re-import them onto the correct skeletal mesh. I think that'll actually be faster than just trying to retarget them. So I'm going to do that. Frank Mage animations, and for the mannequin, of course. Actually, let's do this. No, because it's got export FBX, right? Can I bulk export FBX? I don't think I can. Oh, never mind. I got a raw FBX right here. I forgot I had this. Thank you, Frank. Extract to do. Okay. Good old Frank and the bunch. I said extract. Oh, this will be quick, or not, because I forgot it's on ice drive. So that's gonna take a minute. So while I do that, I'll test out I'll test out some other stuff. What are your tricks to remember while importing? So I'll actually show you my import settings in Blender while I wait for that. There's a specific video, I'll try to find it, that I follow when it comes to export settings for FBX and trying to match them to specifically for importing and exporting. So I'm cross streaming, so I can't really post like it in the comments because I'd have to post everywhere. But 1 second. UE4 Blender Mannequin import, I believe. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's really unknown. But this is the one I followed that finally helped me initially with importing and exporting the mannequin from Blender correctly. So it's from this guy, Daniel Whitehead, Unreal Mannequin to Blender and back. Basically, the key is, you can just export stuff correctly. Everything is kind of straightforward until you get to the import and export settings. And then you need to modify specific stuff over here in the operator properties. Specifically, you need to import the orientation of bones and stuff. And you do that on import and export. And sometimes that just requires you messing around with the bone orientation until you get something that works. It's not always exactly like you set an orientation. You just have to play around. But my practice, just to be safe, let's see, export FBX. So I actually have a preset right here for UE4 export. And the main things are I have my scalings and transforms and armature stuff modified. Actually, I think that isn't modified, but whatever. But it should be. The main thing I try to do when I'm exporting skeletal meshes is I typically only export the armature and the mesh, and then I do selected objects. So I will select everything that I want to export, then only export those, just to be safe, just so it doesn't actually pull in anything. That's for FBX for skeletal meshes. For static meshes, usually, like, it's fine if I leave it the default settings. It comes in fine. But oh yes, And one thing I want to show, I might even make a whole video on this. Actually, I don't know if I can show this. Okay, when it comes to that bone scaling thing in Blender, I may do a video on this because I don't think I've seen enough people talk about it. But essentially, what you have to do to fix it is you have to, what was that? I don't know. You essentially have to go into edit mode in Blender, select all the bones, and then manually scale them up or down 100 to 100 scale, and then scale the mesh to fix it. I don't remember which exactly direction it is, but that is essentially how you have to fix the bone scaling. It's at least the only way I know of. It's frustrating, but that's what you get. Yes, there is. I believe it's called Blender to UE4, something like that. I've tried to use it. I can't seem to get it to work, but it's out there at least. So anyway, I keep getting distracted, but I think is the spear stuff done exporting? It is. Sweet. Or not spear, the mage. That's the one I wanted. I think it's done. I think? Did it not export? I'm gonna be really mad if it didn't. Spear. Mage FBX. There we go. Root motion. Attack. This one will be interesting to set up because I'll essentially have to create some different stuff. In fact, I may not even do mage. I don't know. Attack. Got a lot of skills though. That's cool. Oh, you mean King Joe jokes? Do you mean like for me? All right. No, not import mesh. I just want to import the adventure tools. Yeah, I think that'll work. You mean multiple animations at a time? I literally just if they're all on the same skeleton, I just group select them. When this finishes, I'll show you. Once I gotta check some. What the heck is this? What the heck is even that? Oh, 1 second, I'm checking on something. Okay. All right. Well, just in case you're referring to let's see. Where's OBS? In case you're referring to supporting me, King Jokes. My main thing right now. Okay, I actually don't want to recommend that. I have a locals, but I'm planning on closing it down just because it's a bit too complicated. Like it's too much to manage. I feel like there's too much bloat to it. So I'm trying. I would like a simpler. Man, I would. I mean, honestly, the best way to support me right now, if you want to buy any of the stuff of mine from the Unreal Marketplace, let me show you. Come on. Oh snap! All right, you know what? It signed me out, so I need to sign back into Epic framework. What am I doing? I'm at 2 o'clock already. I need to get back to work. I am planning on putting up either a Kofi or a subscribe star for like as a one place to go for donations because I like the simplicity of those. And Kofi, I like that you don't have to subscribe. You can just do a one time donation in case anyone wants to do that. So I'm looking at those. I probably won't keep my locals around very long. It's because I don't use it and it's a bit excessive. But the best way to support me now, if you would be so kind, is to just buy any of my stuff on the Unreal Marketplace. Excuse me. Because that's like the most direct way to support me, and you get something out of it. You actually get, in case you're an Unreal developer and you want to use any of these tools, and I will have more coming in the future. I have a few I'm working on now. I have a revised 3D platformer, for example. That'd be the best way. So, let's see. Weapons. I'm getting distracted again. Create, and a montage. I'm just gonna keep them simple. Mage, attack 1. I should specify they're human, I guess, but yeah. Oh yeah, I need to set up montage notifies too. I also need. Okay, I'm gonna import a pack for / visual effects because that's something I need. No. Hack and / VFX. Are these permanently free too? They were free at one point. The hack and / FX. It's like a hack and / FX pack that works in Niagara too, not Cascade. So yeah. I mean I don't watch as many now just because of time, but I do. I mostly just watch it to relax sometimes, or to get inspiration. But I think I've mentioned this before recently, like because when I say I don't watch a ton now. The last one I watched was one called My Senpai is Annoying, and I literally just watched it because like as a at the end of the day when I'm tired, I just want to watch something simple, easy, and fun. Hack and slash. Hack and / effects. Please be free. Okay, I have to go into the marketplace to see if it's free. Darn it. So I need to get... shoot. Why? I am working, because I'm getting this pack in. I have to wait right now for it to get put in, because it has to... It's doing right here. It has to download it first. Or it did not download, now it's just installing. Nope, it's $20. Okay. Because if it's free, I can put it in stuff I sell. But it's not free. It's $20, so... But it's a good pack. This one right here is what I'm talking about. This is the one I'm going to use. And it's easily modifiable. I've used it in stuff before. Alright, so more mage attacks. This one might be difficult, though. I'm actually going to pull it off so I can more easily drop stuff in. No, I do. I just don't watch them as much lately because that's the type of stuff that like I like it both Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer, but it's the type of thing I would want to sit down and actually like probably binge or engage with, and I don't do that as often. Some more like slice life or comedy stuff is the type of stuff where I literally will just put on an episode or two and relax. So I especially stuff like Demon Slayer or whatever, I'd prefer to watch with some other people too who are also really into it. So like if you're talking, because I know both of those are airing now. No, I haven't kept up with them, so I got nothing to say. Not slamming either of them. That's just how it is. Enable root motion. One more, I think. Well, there's attack 6, but I think this will be good. Actually, 4 attacks is enough. And then I think I'll start assigning these to people. Copy here. Animation blueprint. Human. Mage. No. Weapon. Mage doesn't make much sense as a weapon, does it? We'll go Fire Emblem. We'll call them tomes. That might even be what they're called in Genshin. I don't remember. Weapon type. Weapon type. Tome. And these will use a different ability attack type, but whatever. That's okay with me. Mage. Yeah, mage is one I want. Now let's just assign these to our characters. Finally. Oh, actually, faster. Miscellaneous. Data asset. There we go. Just open them all up this way. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I have a few people that I'll tend to watch it with, but I get what you mean. To be fair, I feel, at least with a lot of Western sensibilities, most anime is hard to watch with. Like, it isn't really what we would in the West would consider family friendly. So, mostly because I guess it appeals to like teenagers and up. But Glenn can be a what? Tome. So, Tome. She doesn't look like a... Yeah. She can have a spear. She can have a greatsword. She can have katana. Tome, katana, spear, greatsword. So we need more. 2 more. Another katana and another spear. So when I got 1 greatsword, that's fine. I probably should have... The 4 types should have 2 of each, but it's okay. What happens when I play? Do they even get loaded? They don't get loaded in. So what I need to do... Go to... Where's save data? Game system save. Glenn, Lena. Oop. Oh, I also need to set in the attack. Come on, move up. Make a new one, and it'll be party leader. Party leader. This will remember kind of the character we're currently playing as. Did it just crash again? Let's pull up this just in case. Weak. Yeah, I can't obviously comment on Demon Slayer, and I do plan on watching it, so I'd rather not look up stuff. Ugh. It's just a matter of time, you know? Especially right now, since I'm kind of crunching with a few different things as far as game development goes. Alright, Lena will be our party leader. So the way this is going to work... Where's our character? Game systems, pull party. Question is okay. So we need an event or a function for swapping out who our current leader character is. I'm just wondering if I should put this on the player or on the game system. I feel like I should put it on the game system so it's more detachable, just in case you didn't want to do that. Yeah. Well, I'm also that's the same thing. I'm also keeping away from AOT. For that reason. Just until I get the time, which might end up being when it's about finished. But what was I looking for? Games. That's party system. There we go. Yeah, I want to stick most of the stuff with the bar. I like to keep most of the functions for different features and stuff kind of cut off from each other. Just so that if hypothetically I wanted to copy this code over and pull one whole system out, everything else would effectively be working fine. So what I would need to do is say event begin play. The difficulty is you do work a bit asynchronously, and that's gonna be hard to time. But whatever. So let's see, get player character, get save. Oh, I don't want to do this on begin play. I want to do this on activate. I forgot I had this already set up. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm also doing this. Am I doing this wrong? Or not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'd just be inefficiently. Yeah, it's not. I prefer not to, because especially with Attack on Titan, I don't prefer to watch it in 20-minute chunks. And I have someone I've been watching it with, and I'm not gonna go through it without them. So. All right. Event custom. Change leader. I think it's party data? Party member, yeah. Member data. Oops. Member. Why can't I say member? I cannot type to save my life. Get party member by asset. This is easy. For each, we go through for each loop and break out if we have the correct data. Asset, not object though. It needs to be a party member. Yeah, it's gotta be the data asset. So if true, so if that's correct, then that's the party member we want. Or member. There we go. So get party member by asset. Only do it if it's valid though. Let's see. Probably, or at least in bigger chunks. Right. So what I need to do is get. Do I need to get data? I need to get this. Okay, I need to get this for the like stats and stuff. I think I may not. I may even be overdoing this. I don't know. Valid. Get mesh. No. No, yeah, this is right. Get mesh. Get. Oops. Get anim in. No. Get weapon type. Get anim instance. There we go. Get player character. Should be set skeletal mesh. From that. And then set anim instance. No. Set anim instance, I think? Yeah. No, set anim instance. Excuse me. Class. That's the one I want. Okay. Now all I need is a change leader ability. And to make this even more modular, we're going to make that ability, but we're not going to grant it natively on the character. We're gonna grant it from the ability system, or from the game system. Just that way, again, I can pull it out and it'll still work. Let me get ability change leader. Think. All right. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on PC that does it, right? 1, 2, or sorry, Genshin Impact gameplay. I'm pretty sure. Yep. So hitting 1, 2, 3, and 4 is what changes the swaps characters on Oh, we also need to add a cooldown, don't we? Change character, and we'll make it an index. That's an easy plug. Oops, sorry. Eek. Index. Frick me. Index. Get party system. Get party member by index. If they're valid, then we're gonna say change leader. Get date. Get date. Data. Frick me. Get member data. Just starting with Unreal in general. Oh man, any tips? There's so much to learn that it's hard to say. I would say early on, worry about learning how things work. How do I say this? Worry about making stuff, just getting stuff made, and worrying about how stuff works. Worry about that over worrying about like doing things the most efficiently or the most optimally, or yeah, like don't be afraid to make garbage early on. That's completely okay, because as long as you're learning how the engine works, that's more important. I have made so much crap in Unreal Engine, obviously, like when I was first learning it. I might even... Let me see if I can... I keep getting away from this, but whatever. I want to see if I can find my very early Unreal Engine videos for you, just to kind of show off some of the first stuff I ever did. Early stuff. I may not be able to, though. That's the issue, because I don't know if I saved it. Okay, doesn't look like I have it saved, at least not on YouTube. But yeah, I'll even share what I will share. You know what? As a conversation, I'll try and share the first tutorial that I ever went through, and even this tutorial, even this tutorial was not the best for quite what I was going for. Here it is. But this is the first Unreal tutorial I ever went through. Let me pause this. With no, go away. Go away. Creating a role-playing game, Unreal 4 course. This is how I first started to learn how Unreal works. And it's quite, I mean, it's there's definitely parts of it that I'm like, okay, this is not efficient by today's standards, but for learning, it's a good starting place. And RPG probably is a solid place to start, because it teaches you, well, maybe not. Never mind, I take back what I said about RPGs. But, like, I would say pick a game you like, something you want to make, and then just look at tutorials on how to make it. You're going to make something crappy the first time, but that's fine, because you're going to be learning how the engine works. There you go. back. I want to listen to this song. This is a good one. Man, Falcom really has some just amazing music. Like, some of the best. Oh, I also have to make sure so... Man, I'm not even using ability activated for that. That's fine, though. Ability activated and not activated is useful, but you don't need it. Assign ability to owning player. And then what we do here is say... Well, let's do a quick delay. Actually, we'll do 1 frame delay. What's time here? I'm. So I was just wondering if I should say, but I mean, it's kind of given away. I'm Central Standard Time, so it's about 2:20 where I am. All right, and then. So at the start, we want to change our leader to whoever our saved leader is. Oh, also, we want to make sure that when we change out who the saved leader is, we also, I'll even make this a node? Yeah, I'll make that a node. Change macros, change node. Change appearance. Just have to make sure to spring out from there. We want to drop our leader. Hang on. Save who our leader is, so when we reload the game. Sorry. When we reload the game, it's right there. And let's make that cleaner by propping it there. Boom. Oops. Now, once that's done, we also want to give him the ability. Get player character. Get component by class. Add grant. Grant? No, I have to get the combatant. Did I actually add I added an inputs thing. What I should do is add here a. That's okay. See you, JDev. Thanks for stopping by. Well, it's not 2 a.m. It's 2 p.m. So it's mid-afternoon roughly. But yeah, if that's late for you. Really, like to a lot of developers out there, I know most of the developers know this, but not all of them, I think, really practice it. I mean, they'll even admit it. But getting enough sleep is so important. It's got to the point for me, I pretty much, if I'm not like heading to bed by sleep, I mean like no later than 11. Like to me, I try to make it 10 is when I hit the sack. Then I'll wake up in the morning, I feel great, and I can get to work. If it's like to 11 or later, I usually always feel kind of icky in the morning. So don't, unless you're on some massive crunch that's like a short time and you like literally have no choice, maybe, but as much as you can, make sure you get enough sleep because it will make things better. Like it's just better for you all around. Change leader, there you go. So give me the ability to change leader now. What happens if I load up? Yeah, boy, there we go. Now, I believe he's got that. They're all... There we go. I don't have any combos on that, but... So let's set up some combos on our other animations. Okay, slash... Try to keep everything the same. So maybe about frame 18. Frame 18 is when we will start anime notify combo window, and it'll go to the end. I probably don't even need the window just because there's not going to be a point. The window would probably be for if I had all these in a single animation, but oh well. I said about 18 is where the great sword combo begins. Yeah, probably I think the way Genshin handles it is this would all play out in one animation, and it would just get to a point and check and see, all right, have I received an input queue, And if so, because I don't tend to use input cues in my games, because essentially the way I program them is that literally when you hit like pretty much always in like my action RPGs, when you hit a button, unless there's a reason not to, it'll immediately cancel out of an animation and go into whatever it's supposed to. So I don't need input cues. But this is a place where you would use input queuing. So like when an attack, like if it was a full animation thing, when one attack finished, just wait. If you get an input queued at the end, then you continue the combo, and if not, then you break it. Combo window. But I feel like sometimes a lot of modern games have developed overly complex solutions for what used to be really easy, like, problems to solve, or what should be like a fairly simple problem. It's like, well, why have input queuing? Just cancel out of your animation. I understand different games may not want to do that, but I just like that feels better and it works functionally. It's easier to set up. So, spear animation. That's easy. That's a small window, though. But if you're hitting pretty constantly, you should be fine. Spear attack 2 at 17. And attack 3. Combo window. Right. Now, that's for, I think, everything except for mage's attacks. The magic attacks. Mage attack, here we go. There's not much room left at the end. Is there? There's really not much room for the mage to combo up. But, still gotta add it. Add it as an option. About there. Yeah, that leaves no time for a comboing. Alright, well, screw that. And I also need to add their montages in properly. Details. Clear. Where to mage at? So this one's only going to have 3 montages, I think. Alright. Oops. So. See, it's like canceling out right there. Boom. 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 That's what I want. These are both great sword people. What's that all about? Let me so it looks like there's an issue in the attacking ability. Gosh dang it. I thought I was done with attacking. Player abilities. Player attack. Activated. Right. Sorry. Assault play? There we go. Shrink this down a little bit. Player attacking. What's happening here? Where's on ability finish? Am I even using it? On ability, I'm not using it. Okay, that's good. What I should well, here's one thing way I can improve this. Instead of checking, let's see, can activate. First we make sure, plug that into there. Maybe that'll fix it. Nope, same problem. Is it a valid? Yeah, is this a valid montage or not? What did I set it up as in the thing? I wonder if it's an issue in the animation blueprint. Let's try that. Game actors, character, mannequin, animation, human. Yeah. All right. So it's probably gonna default to. All right. Well, actually, this still might not solve the issue, but. True, false. So, now we run through here, check our combo index. Is that valid? Right. Okay. So when I combo, I interrupt the attack, and then I'm resetting the combo index, and I'm setting it to 0. What I need to do is do that on complete. Complete and maybe on ability cancel too. When the ability is, because I'll probably only cancel it when oops, sorry, if you get like if you get interrupted in the middle of an attack. So if it's a cancel, then we combo out. All right, now let's try it. Yeah, that's better. Now he's comboing. That's the right way. Oh, but now none of them can attack. Oh, although, what was going on there? Okay, it's when I switched that it busted. That's true. Okay, so do we want to be able to... Let's just... Where's the characters? Game systems party. Change leader. We'll make this so it cancels the attack ability. Attack. Also, we need to make it so you can't change when doing a few different things, actually. Man, so many working parts, eh? Attack. No, dashing. Block ability. Change leader. We want to block that ability. Dash. Hang on. Does scripting so much of the game systems and blueprint as opposed to C++ negatively affect performance? So here's kind of the thing is that, I mean, short answer, technically, yes, blueprints are slower. They're less optimized than C++. But depending on the target platform, the size of your project, the intensity of like your project, for the most part, it's not going to matter. Because it's like, yeah, objectively there's a difference in performance, but it's for most projects, especially smaller projects, it's going to be such a small difference that it doesn't matter. C++, I will say the main advantage in my use, or in my experience, it is safer. It is safer to make base classes in C++ because I have had more than one occasion where I have made a base, like if I'm making I want to have a base class for weapons, and then I want to have specific types of weapons. Like I want to have a sword and an axe, or 5 different types of swords, several different types of axes, but they all derive from the same base class. I feel it's safer to make that base class in C++ because I've had issues where the blueprint for it will get corrupted, and that screws up everything in the project, and it's very hard to recover or fix a broken blueprint class. It is much easier to figure out an issue with a C++ class because essentially all the everything that is used to create that class is just, is in a text file that you can edit. So I would the general my general framework is anything that's like a base class or core framework stuff I try to make with C++ when I can. And then any instances or higher level stuff, I use Blueprint for. So as far as performance, though, probably for the type of stuff you'll work on, nah, don't worry about it. There's games out there that have been released that are just blueprints, or almost just blueprints. So, yeah, I mean, sort of. Omega Game Framework does that to an extent, though the main purpose of Omega Game Framework is to essentially just create a bunch of create a bunch of game systems and features, especially for RPG type stuff that people would always want to create anyway, and just so you have them right at the ready, like the attributes and abilities system, which Unreal has. But I think, especially for single player stuff, Omega is much more suited or specialized for, and easier to work with. Same thing with like it's easy to set up menus. It's easy to create blueprint and to create world and world subsystems and game instance subsystems in Blueprint with Omega, stuff like that. So it's like stuff that you would probably. It's kind of taking the idea of Unreal Engine, which is, you have essentially a game engine that has a bunch of core functionality built right into it that in other engines you need to design yourself. It's taking that same idea and just extending it even further. That's kind of the mindset behind Omega. So, I am constantly looking and trying to figure out what sort of base systems I can make for Omega that would save people time, though. Like, I'm working on a turn manager component. I'm working on an equipment component. Oh, that's very early on. Stuff like that. Let's see. Dashing blocks. Change leader, right? Glide. We should change the leader on glide. Or block changing leader on glide. And on interaction, though I don't think this one's gonna matter because it's pretty short. But pause menu, definitely don't want to change leader on the pause menu. But I don't think, not that I think you can, but so you can change when jumping. Okay, no, I don't want you to be able to change player attack. Block abilities, change leader. And I told it to, yeah, I need to give it the attack first. Well, what the crap? Block abilities. Oh, because it cancels. Okay. So now, hopefully, if I'm attacking, I can still change. Why can I change while attacking? Oh, I'm dumb. Because the attacking ability stops as soon as the animation is played, of course. Should I change that? Probably figuring out how to change that would take too long for now, so I won't. What I will do instead, how about just say, while I'm attacking, while I'm yeah, actually this is probably the best solution, is to cancel attack. Yeah, I probably should make the entire attack happen during activation, and then just okay, whatever, and then frick. All right, nah, I will do it long term, just not now. Basically, make it so the entire time the animation is playing, the ability is activated, and that way, when you cancel out of the attack, it cancels out of. It actually cancels the ability, not just the animation. I think this will be fine for now, though. So there's a mage that's doing non-magey animations. Looks like I'm comboing up two things there. Get him. Alright, let's get some flashy animations in. Flash slash hack and slash. There we go. Niagara. That's a good one. slash nature. Game data, weapon types, katana. One. Right about there. Add notify. Niagara particle effect. Slash. Holy lightning. Nature, that's the one I want. I like this one. This one's got a nice arc to it and a nice look to it. I might remove the leaves on it. Hang on. Give it a second. Just gotta compile. More than a second, actually. Oh, there you go. And the timings on it is good too. So, let's check the angle. The angle's downward, so that's a good angle. It's slightly off. Try 120. Bam. That's, I think, pretty well timed. It looks like it needs to end slightly differently. No, or end. Looks like you get to the end faster. Boom. There we go. That's a nice arc. So just copy that one. Now it just needs to be flipped, right? It's flipped, but also it's backwards. Which one is this? Nope. There we go. It also needs to be arced a little higher. That one, I believe, arcs this way. Yeah, it's rotated the wrong way, but actually this will be higher. It's almost 70. It's a pretty high arc, I think. Nope, actually it's not. It's still backwards though. There we go. Timing's a little off. That just doesn't. It still looks kind of slightly off. Down, 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 down. Also, the comboing is not time. 16 maybe. At 16 frames. No, a little too late on the 16. Maybe 13 frames. Yeah, 13 feels good. It's amazing how much of this game development is literally just tweaking around with very precise numbers to get good feel. Nah, 13 feels a little too slow. So let's try 12. Am I back to where I started? I might be. Yeah, the arc's a little off, but actually kind of a lot off. Was it 2? No. Oh, it is actually. That's what I told, Shoot. Is that what I said I meant, like, are they overwritten? Yeah. Sorry, I put fast forward and slow down keys on the controller. So I need to change those. Time dilation, as it's called. Excuse me. Scroll down. Okay. Whew. Didn't I? Yes, I did. I just wanted... Okay. We're going to do control... What makes more sense, actually, is control... How about just plus and minus, not even control? That, like, makes sense, doesn't it? Speed up and slow down. Obviously, it's not going to say that there, but, you know. So... Okay, so... So the timing's a little off. The arc is off. That one is actually closer than I thought it was. That one needs to be arced up a little more, that third one. It's a shame you don't have better timing for Niagara particles in sorry, in oh dang, 45. They get the idea. Although I might need to extend the damage range because that's pretty. Yeah, I'm not doing much damage to them there. All right, so I'll need to make that weapon hitbox bigger, or pull the slash inward a bit. That might be better. I think Y is farther out. Yeah. Okay, so pull it back 50 maybe. And then also make the hitbox on the sword bigger. Because it really should, like, it should be a bigger range to hit things. I want to be generous enough to where it feels like, okay, I actually, yeah, give the player a little bit of leeway. And that's actually a fairly sizable box as it is, but there we go. That does feel like overkill for the amount of slashing, so basically that feels like it should have hit him, yeah. 50 by 50, maybe. Pretty small screen to see on, though. There. Alright, well, I can add an impact when I hit stuff as well. Ooh, effect. I totally forgot I have gameplay effects in here. That'll actually be better. We're gonna make a gameplay effect, which actually might give me an opportunity to flesh that out a little more, because it's a pretty simple system in whatever it's called. The frick? It's a simple enough system in I forget. You know what? Forget. Niagara? Not too heavy, because it's the main particle system used now. Obviously, it's gonna depend on how the particles are set up, but it's better than Cascade, I think. Well, not I don't know in performance how it sets up, but that's the one they're moving to. Niagara's their new particle system, so as long as you know what you're doing, it shouldn't be too heavy. What was I gonna look for? I already forgot. Something. Yeah, effects. All right. Game actors. Effects. Yeah, this is something I haven't touched on much in Omega, I don't think. Omega gameplay effects. Effect, normal damage. Yeah, and it definitely needs to be fleshed out more. So, effect applied, get target. I think the effect is applied to the target, right? Let's see. Spawn emitter attached. Impact. No, it's gonna be spawn system. Spawn system, because it's a particle. Or yeah, spawn system and I are a particle system. Let's check out the different impacts I have. Give it a second. It's got to load up. I think this is the one I liked because it looked like just a nice generic impact. Yeah. Attached to get root component. Like, yes. I should check to see if they have a combatant component. Combatant. Apply. Because then I could reuse this effect on the player, too. Damage health, 25%. Probably should, let's see. Instigator. I don't have any sounds yet, but I'll do that. So now, this will actually be better. Let's see. Cast actor. Spawn if... No, wait. Get combatant, or owning combatant. Effect. Effect. Create effect. Hopefully I'm remembering correctly how this works. Get actor transform. It's actually been a while since I worked with it. Now let's see. Yeah. You see, now I'm not hitting him. Spawn system with attached. Target actor. What the heck? Then I toss in the target actor here? Yeah. Yeah, it looks like something's not working. It's an instant too, so... On effect applied. Target. Oi! Alright, you know what? I can't attach this component because then it's going to get destroyed right away. So, spawn at location. That is not what I'd prefer, but until I fix this problem in Omega, that's what I have to use. Okay. Ah, shoot. But... Okay, I gotta stick all this. I can't use effects yet, I guess. There's another thing to add to the stuff, a list of stuff to repair in Omega. Impact there. Get after location, and then there. Now that should have basically the same effect. Or, no sounds yet. That's something I should get in. Yeah, that's too big, but also he's not noticing me. Why not? Oh, wait. His instigator needs to be me. Yeah. Hello, Moringo. Hello. Um, yeah, I mean Genshin. Honestly, even outside of like free to play stuff, Genshin has a lot of ideas I like as far as game design goes. Stuff I've thought about including in my own game, and honestly, generally, while I totally get the and I to an extent agree with its implementation, like the dislike of the gacha free to play model, and I don't think Genshin does it the best. There are elements to that sort of free to play live service model that I like. I do actually like the sort of the randomness of gacha, not in the I guess the gambling sense you'd call it, but more in the idea of how it's Are you noticing me or not? Yeesh. It's all applying it on me. That's also a problem. Anyway, I like how it sort of gives every person who plays it sort of has their unique kind of their own unique playthrough because of it, because you have different characters they use and get attached to because of the wish. I like the sort of how some of the story is doled out over time. Stuff like that I enjoy. Also, dang, Genshin looks great. It's a beautiful game. It's amazing how it runs on mobile. See, I'm about to hit 3, so I'll probably just take a quick break soon and then come back. I might go to 4. That's weird. Why is it spawning this on me? It's applying the damage to them, but it's spawning it. Oh, because it's spawning it at location, not attaching it. Because I changed it. So get root spawn system attached. I'm also gonna make it smaller. If I can. Set scale, I think. Set world 3D scale. Not the ideal way to do this, but yeah. So that effects class I was showing before. Oh, cool. The effects class I was showing before is meant to be a place where would contain all the you could potentially contain damage and visual effects and sound effects, all that into. So it's literally just spawn the effect and then it could be swapped out and handle other stuff, you know. Whee! Is it working now? Is it still spawning on me? Get out of here. Okay, so it's spawning on both of us, but what the heck? I said don't. Ignore. Yeah. Get overlapping actors. So it should only hit world dynamic, world pod. What is it hitting that's... Yeah, I mean, on this'll... Obviously, I can't get multiplayer in. It's probably going to be done in just a day or so. Like, I'm not going to do everything. But this iteration is only single player, yes. Let's see. Moringo. What was I going to say? I am working on, for Unreal Engine, the main reason one of the reasons I'm making this is I'm creating, I'm making a base, like, adventure RPG toolkit that I'm going to sell in the marketplace, and then this is sort of my way of testing it out, of building it and testing it out. So that will also be single player, and that will be available to use. Why am I hitting myself? Wait. Oh, I'm hitting interact... I'm hitting my interactability. Okay, let me fix that. I'm literally hacking my ability to interact. This is a world dynamic. Let's customize this. And this will... I want to change this to only interact with pawns and world dynamic as well. I'm also going to change it to, we'll say physics body. It doesn't really matter, I don't think. Oh no, I'm still hitting the interactability somehow. Or am I? Can I hit physics bodies with the weapon? I can. Frick you. Alright. We will say then, I guess we'll make interaction a world static, even though it's not. I guess. Yeah, we don't have to interact with physics bodies either. So now, good. There we go. There we go. Now it's not hitting it, but I hit him. Oops, oops. There we go. You know what? Should it hit world dynamic? Nah, it should only hit... How about... The weapon, I think, should only hit physics bodies and pawns. Actually, it should probably only hit pawns. Nah, physics... Because I want physics bodies to be, like... That would be static meshes and stuff, I guess. Frick me. I don't know. I'm not going to hit anything other than a pawn, like an enemy for now, so... So, and then... Nothing. Screw you. It broke. Oh, okay. Well, at least I got some of it working. So that's like it's party swapping working at least. I think I want to work on getting the menu, like the main HUD, functioning. Okay. Main HUD. So that's the HUD for party. Oh yeah, I don't need this because this is the old one, and that's been removed. I should probably add a new HUD layer. Okay, game systems, party. HUD, sorry, HUD layer. Main HUD party. Let me see. No, data lister. Because we're going to list off on the side, of course. Let's get a reference image. What the party thing will look like. That one? Nope. That one? Nope. That one? Nope. Maybe bench or something? Nope. Alright, I just gotta get a new image downloaded. Not copy image, save image. It's a web... Frick you. Copy image. I guess we're paste into paint. Save as... Genshin main HUD ref. Textures. No, don't. Textures. Textures. I already have a textures folder. What am I doing? Actually, no, I should do it in here because it'll be easier to dump. Ref. Whoo, whoo, whoo. There we go. This boy. That's the one we want. For right there. And obviously make it hidden because we don't want it showing up. So party HUDs are like right over here on the side. Alright, now I'm just gotta make a data lister for not so Prestige says remaking Genshin in 7 days. Well, I'm on day 5 and it's not going great. Obviously, I'm not remaking all of it. I'm mostly just trying to see how close I can get in 7 days. In 1 week, it's sort of like a self-imposed game jam, basically. I mean, literally, yeah, it is. that's kind of the idea. So, but it's sort of self-imposed game jam to see. All right, just how much can you get done in 7 days? Data widget. Party option. Party main HUD. I guess that probably is a fine name for it. Not widgets. Where would it be? Game systems. Party. There we go. Horizontal box. The 60. Let's see. So that first is the image of their element, which I totally forgot about elements. Man, am I even going to get that done in time? I'm wondering if anyone would care if I cheat and make this a 2e. Oh, well, it's definitely not commercial release for legal reasons. But what I am... Prestige asked, is like, oh, it's going to be commercial release. Now, obviously, it's not going to be a commercial release. What I am planning on doing, though, is releasing the base code for this on the Unreal Marketplace as a pack you could buy. Obviously, you won't use any of this stuff because it's asset store market or assets, but the base code will be all mine, so that I can put out. Waifu. Glenn, there you are. Oh no, wait, but that's not. We need element icons. Sure, that'll be fine for now. Oh, I need to give him an element too. Let's see, image. Element icon, and then what next is up? Then we got a vertical, which will be their name and then their stat or attributes. I mean, text, and they get a little bit of leeway. And it looks like it's art at the side there. All right, progress bar fill, but offset top by, I don't know, 50. No, not 50. Too much. Too much. There we go. I think that's good. No, not good because no, not auto. There we go. Character name. So this will be all derived from the active party, right? Meaning that's at the bottom. That's fine. And then you get their mission. Meaning that I will need to set up the proper data. What was I gonna say? Basically the stuff like their name or whatever has to be accessed from the actor that contains the party data. 60, 60. Is that kind of how it looks? Yeah, and then there's one more on the side for whatever inputs. I'll add that in, but I don't think I'm going to do anything with it quite yet because I haven't added inputs as a thing yet. Though I can have, I guess, a stand-in one. Also add a little bit of spacing between this and the vertical box. How much? Just a wee bit. And there's also like a background image too. Oops. Oops. 10. That's probably enough. Anyway, let's just go add that in for visual reference. Oh, that could be even bigger. Let's turn off the scroll box so it properly aligns them. Actually, okay, you know that? Could this be maybe 80? 80 looks a little more accurate. And obviously the highlighted one will be, whatever our active party member is. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a big old progress meter. Better idea, put a spacer. That'll let me get precise. I don't know. There we go. There, that's what I want. And then I can... Wow. These are all spaced out correctly. So why is it not shrinking? It's like... Is this the fill? Let's put another spacer at the top. I don't like how that feels. It's close enough. At least for now. There I go again. Party list. And then we need a highlight animation for when we switch to a leader. Oh! Which means we also need to make a event dispatcher. Or delegate. On party leader changed. In fact, that also means that, we need to add that HUD in here. Get player. Add HUD layer. It keeps adding it as context because I'm connecting it to the wrong one. Party. I don't think I need to change or need to give it any context because it knows. Like it's going to universally use the party system. Okay. Get party system. Get party list. I don't know how I feel about having that variable just exposed so it can be edited. Yeah, nah. Say get party. I want to make it private and just add you get it by a function. Pure. Okay, that's better. No, it's still not. It's not private yet. Private. There we go. Now, add assets to list. Should just fill that list with the party data, which I will need to, go in and correct. Let's see, floating party member. No. General data. Name. biography, and under images, get icon. There we go. Sweet, sweet. All right. Assign on party leader changed, but I have to add to who? Who did it change to? Floating party member. Member 317. Wow. I guess I just got to finish up what I can today, and then tomorrow we'll be putting everything together into something people can actually play. Which won't be much, unfortunately. But, hey, it's fine. It's fine. And by tomorrow, again, I might mean Monday. Depends on how I feel tomorrow. And Monday might be day 7. But on my word, if I don't do it, if I don't stream tomorrow, I won't. Well, no, yeah. If I decide to work Monday, I won't work tomorrow at all, just to keep it so it is actually 7 days. No cheating. Okay. Sorry, my brain looped for a second. Main party there. Non-system. No, on party leader changed. Wonder if it'd be better to make an interface that I can just throw in, or to shoot on all widgets. Ah. It'll be fine. Nah, it'll be fine. Okay. Get member data. Actually, oh no. Be the member, because what I'm gonna do, I'm filling it out with a party list. So I need to check and see if that is the same as the source asset, which will be the actual party member. So basically, if this is the party member I'm on, then say hi get is highlighted. I probably can just do a do once. No, this will be safer, is to check on highlight. All right. So if it is if the new party leader is this character, then I want to play. Wait, no. Hang on. Rename anim. Nah. Highlight anim. Which I'll do in a second. Basically, I want to set it as highlight. Set highlighted. And I'm not already highlighted. However, if it's not me and I am highlighted, which means I'm leader, then set me as not highlighted. And I just plug in my highlight animation. I actually need to make that animation now. So it looks like. So I know this is like if the thing is charged, or if your whatever your super attack is fully charged. Where's the HUD? Main hub. Here we go. So yeah, there's a little bit of change, but it looks like it mostly just comes out slightly. So that's what I'll do. Highlight animation. Transform. $40 is a bit much. 30, actually probably even 20 is fine. All right, let's try it. Nope, that didn't work because this needs to get anchored. And to the side. Right. Abilities down there, too. There we go. Nope. But I know why. I forgot to tell it to run the delegate. So, get out of there. Get out of there. On leader changed. Call then. Call on party leader changed. Member there. There we go. Is it playing backwards? Are highlight animations backwards? I think they might be. Is anyone using Omega Game Framework come across that issue with highlight animations being played backwards? I'll actually go check the well, first let me make sure I coded it right. So highlight is, yeah, this should be highlight in. Check, do that first, just make sure. Wait a second. What on earth? What the heck? Is it running through the same one for a character twice? That's, well, what I could do is say do once. I need to make it do once delay for widgets. Sorry, this is also probably primarily for the YouTube chat audience because I think, or people from my Discord. Omega Game Framework is a plugin I developed for Unreal Engine. It is what I am using to build the code base for this remake on. And this is, I built a unique system for widgets where you can set them as highlighted, which is sort of like it plays an animation highlighting that widget as something you want to take notice of. And basically I was just wondering if anyone else using Omega Game Framework, which is the one I developed, had an issue where they set stuff to highlight, but it was playing backwards. Just to see if this is just me. We'll wait 2 frames. Because there also needs to be a cooldown on swapping. Okay, I need to look into highlighting. Wait. I can't do that. Because eek. Let me try this, just to make sure one person is always highlighted. Tick. Print. Yeah, okay. It's like shutting highlight off. But I ain't. What? Oh. Okay. Wait, no. Hold on. Yeesh. I gotta figure this. Alright, I'm gonna pull up the source code for Omega. Actually, I'm just gonna open up a notepad, because that will be faster than opening it up in Writer or Visual Studio. Alright, plugins, Omega, source, make a game framework, see widgets, Data widgets. That's what I'm looking at. So open with Notepad. All right, here are our data widgets. No, that's the header file. I need the source file. Data widgets. There we go. Notepad. That's the one I want. All right. Let's see. Construct. No. Okay. Find set highlight. So probably all gonna be one word, right? Set highlight. Play forward. Let's see. Okay, so run through this. Full highlighted. If highlighted does not equal, if basically the current state is highlighted, does not equal this, which is true, then set new state, then make them equal. Check if valid highlight animation exists, and then just place the animation. What the heck? What? Or sorry. Okay, it's playing the animation backwards though. Am I losing my mind? I had this issue before. I feel like I remember when I was testing it out, but I thought I fixed it. All right. Oh, wait. Hold up. Hold up. I was like, did I maybe tell it to play these backwards? But I didn't. So if it's not highlighted, then make it highlighted. And if it's false. All right, let's just maybe... Maybe I need to reverse this. I don't think so. Doesn't make sense. What the frick? Oh yeah. Negative 40. Negative 40 is a bit much, but... Oops. I may just resort to using hovered, but... Because that doesn't undo the highlight. What? Breakpoint. Yeah, we're not even getting there. Are we getting there? It's already there. Frick it. Frick it. We're using hover animation because I don't have time to fix this. But I definitely gotta fix highlight. Oops, sorry. Hover. It's not what it's intended for, but it might work. It is working, I just need to flip the animation. Coming to the end, coming to the end. Alright. Boom, there we go. Needs to fill that stuff out properly, though. But that should be easy enough. Texture image. No, not element icon. Portrait. Input. And also, combatant. Get attribute progress bar. Attribute equals HP attribute. Why am I using so many canvas panels? And what's... Oh, for... You mean, like, on top of each other? I use a lot of vertical boxes and stuff for... Well, I use canvas panels typically for this. For when I'm in a vertical box and stuff, so I can, stretch out, was it animation? Basically, so I can size an image to whatever I want without it being clamped down to whatever the, whatever the vertical box, horizontal box, whatever the horizontal box size forces it to be. I don't think I'm using many layered on top of each other. That is true. It adds overhead. I've yet to run into an issue. Like, I've used this for other stuff, and I've tried to keep a number of AI, UI elements overall lower or just hide stuff. And I've not, even in the game that I've been working on, it's not been a performance issue so far. So I'm trying to figure out how to... I know, like, long term, honestly, making materials for a lot of this would be better, but yeah, it's more just it's a trade off, an overlay. What's the difference? Can you drop stuff in an overlay? Oh snap! Wait. Is an overlay? Okay, is an overlay just better on basically if Oh, man. Hang on. Yeah, but, like, overall, I've heard, like, if using materials for, like, if you can compile complex stuff into one material, it can be, better on performance overall. Contents and an overlay overlap each other. Well, basically, I guess I'm wondering, is an overlay essentially... what was I gonna say? Overlap each other. Basically, in a blank area. If it's better for... I guess generally, are they better on performance? If so, then yeah, I'd use that. I don't know. Man, there's a lot of stuff in a widget that I haven't actually dug through because I haven't had time to use... Or, look, they're using. Yeah, sure, why not? Hang on. Yeah, well... Okay, well, let's do that then. Oh, but does it clamp to it? No, it doesn't. Party list? I'm trying to... Well, okay, so here's one thing is I'm trying to... I can lay stuff on top of each other, but, here is it's I'm wanting to get a specific position of this thing. Well, hang on. Yes. This image I don't need because it's just a reference. What I want to do though, let me think, is read done and I calculate on to. So less things you have in your hierarchy, the better. That's fair. That's true. Yeah. So it would probably be better if I add, for YouTube people, this is stuff from Twitch. So it'd probably be better if I add this all into a single HUD layer as well. What does it do with, what does the canvas panel do with blank, like, stuff on it that's blank? Does it still redraw it? Or does it just kind of ignore it? Like, say... Frick, where is it? Ah, frick it. I think for this... this will be better if I just, yeah, I'll do the size 100 by 100. No, not 100. Probably 80 by 80. Well, this place I'm short on time, so yeah, it's not hitting performance enough to where I want to change it. Visibility hidden is still drawn. Really? That's seems counterproductive. Hang on. Okay. All right. Well, that actually means, okay, that's good. Thank you for letting me know that, because that means I'm gonna add that for Omega, when the Omega game framework that I made basically has subclasses for widgets or for menus, where it hides them and stuff. So knowing that collapsed is better is I forgot what I was gonna say. What do you mean it's required? Like what things required? Well, basically, the visibility collapse, that does help. Yeah, I think I'll keep that in mind. Right now, I'm short enough on time. I probably shouldn't go about drastically changing stuff. Yeah, okay. That's helpful. In fact, I'll add that in my things to do for Omega is change that over. Omega, me to do. Change hidden to collapsed. All right. Salt. Okay. I will keep this as it is for now, just because it's not taking performance too much, and it'll take a while to re-put on a different HUD. But what I will do is say when the party list is empty, I'll just hide this layer or this widget. So yeah. Is valid index. If it's not, then set visibility collapsed. Interesting. I just never seemed like it was piling up, so I like performance on my other projects, because those were all having issues in GPU. Yeah, no, I mean, thank you very much, Prestige. That's good to know. Because otherwise I would have kept on using that. This as well, I will. If I know how canvas overlay works, an overlay I can offset too, more easily, I think. So 80 by 80. Oops, that didn't look right. All right, I have to account for it. That can stay. Close that out, close that out, close that out. Okay. Whoa. Okay. What happened there? You got squashed. Oh, that's why. Okay. Come on, pick up the chicken that I'm not gonna do anything with. 3. Wow, it got late. It's 3:40 where I am. They have their own use cases, so you gotta judge based on context. If all you want just something to be gone through, collapse generally is what you want. Yeah, yeah, that's helpful, and it's also just like for the future. I get into the habit of using that more, which is an easy thing to change from visible to collapsed. I can't think of many cases where I would want to use visible and keep that space over collapse. I mean, there are cases. I'm just saying in areas where I have used it, I can't think of many. So get back here and stop running away from me. So now I definitely got to add in arcs to enemy attacks, but also some sound, so there's some nice feedback. I should probably, before I release this base on the marketplace, I should also fix up effects, because if I want to have an explosion or something, that would knock the player back. That'd be useful. So now I also need to fix up the... what I was working on is this. Get attribute text, get name text widget. Character name. Then it kind of looks like Subaru. Ozora Subaru. One of the best VTubers. A little bit. So easily forget where I am. Right, I wanted to hook up the combatant component to this. So, data widget. Get combatant component. Get source asset. Cast to combatant component. No, because it's gonna be the actor. Cast floating party member. Bobby better at cache. It doesn't take too long. Floating party member. Ugh. Member ref. Get combatant. There we go. Get combatant. And so yeah, for anyone who is watching who doesn't know, this is built off Omega Game. I've mentioned this a few times, but it's built off Omega Game Framework, which is a free game framework plugin for Unreal Engine that I created. It's on the Unreal Marketplace. If you want to download it and try it out, it adds blueprint support, easy blueprint support for stuff like attributes, abilities, quick easy menus, HUDs like this, and saving and loading, and a few other things. So Omega Game Framework. It's on the Unreal Marketplace, which I'll probably show again in a minute because I'm probably going to wrap up in about 15 minutes or so. Okay, so if that works, also get... I need to do this. Probably shorten these two. Omega attribute. Get out of here. I know what I did. I also need to add more options to converting attribute stuff to text, or whatever. No, I actually do professional. So I have been, I've worked on a few things. Mostly, I've made stuff for the Unreal Marketplace, but the past year, I've been working as a programmer on a 3D platformer called, which I'll show in pretty soon here called Mariposa and the Galaxy Man. I'll even pull up the Steam for it. It's a 3D. It's like a story-driven 3D physics platformer, or some with like physics puzzles and stuff. And it is available to wishlist right now on Steam. It just went up, and we have a demo and a possibly a crowdfunder coming pretty soon. Demo I think will be coming within the next week or so. So yeah, this is it. It's built off of my Omega game framework, so I handled basically all the majority of basically all the programming and composition is done by me, and then art is done by Ink Rose, who is developer right here. So yeah, it's I do it professionally, and as I mean I enjoy doing it just in a hobby, messing around and doing different stuff too. Anyway, health. Oops. Yeah, no. All right, because I gotta update it once it's added. Update combatant. There we go. All right, cross those fingers. Yeah, there we go. Filled them off on the side. So now if I also, I should, whenever the leader changes, I should update. As well, just so we make... Yeah, I work remotely, but I work... well, so I've been working, doing some contract work for a company called Time Studio, TYM, in Texas. For this game, it's been independent. For Mariposa, it's independent. I'm developing it with Ink Rose, who probably most people would know her from. She used to do a lot of like analysis videos on My Little Pony when that was big. But now she basically it's mostly her game in terms of she came up with the story and the art and did most of the art, the 3D art and stuff. And so it's primarily the two of us. And then Time Studio has been working a little bit with, has been investing in doing funding and stuff. So, but it's most of my stuff is either contract or totally independent. Member rep. Yeah, it's basically just the two of us right now. I mean, aside from like voice acting and stuff. As far as and then Ingra's sister did the music composition, but aside from that, and I pulled out the wrong thing. Yeah, it's overwhelmingly just the two of us working on it. All right, so funding, I don't know how much of this stuff I'm supposed to or able to disclose, but a few different ways. Essentially, Ink Rose has been paying me, and then she's been working, since it's her project, she's been working on it mostly for free just to get the demo built, and then we're looking around for a few different places to get funding, crowdfunding being one of them right now. So let's see. All right, what I want to do now is take damage. I don't think this is going to work, but I need to check. So when I take damage, now let me switch out. Yeah, it did not work because it kept the damage for all of us, because what I need to do is save out the damage of the current leader, then load in the damage of whoever's coming in. So, on leader changed. Change appearance. Node. Create node. Change attributes. Probably update attributes would be better, but it makes sense either way. Change attributes. Get combatant component. Wait, what? That's not what I want then. I want this. I want the actual member. Yeah, you get out of here, dumpin. And did I plug that into the wrong thing? No, I did not. Unless... Yeah. Ah, man. I plugged in the wrong stuff. Crap. That's the one I wanted to go into there. Alright. Get combatant. It's got a lot of stuff I need to update. Or just watch over. Set attribute. It would be easy if I could... One thing I wish kind of Unreal would have is... a feature I wish it would have is if you could detach a component from one actor and place it on another. Because at least I'm pretty sure you cannot do that. Detach. Yeah. Detach. Yeah, you can only do it for actors. Detach from... I think? Yeah, you can only detach actors from other actors. Can't do it with components. I'm pretty sure. I'm learning all sorts of stuff today, so if there is, it's great, but it doesn't look like it. Can I copy? Replicate? That's not how that works. Well, anyway, alright. Get player character. Get class. Or get component by class. Set level. Problem is I'm basically copying over the entire combatant component at this point. What do you mean what? Basically, I'm just wondering if it's saying I wish it was possible. I wish you could detach a component from one actor and place it on another one. So you could keep all the stats and all the data from that component, but change actors. So, because I have this combatant component which contains data for like stats and abilities and stuff like that, and I wish I could just pull it off the current leader, and then place it on the incoming leader. But reinitialize? No, don't reinitialize because that'll set out all the stats to max. And what we want to do is set attribute levels. I do want to do that actually too. I also want to change the attribute values. Get attribute values. And man, I'd probably, in the long term, I'd better to find a different way. Oh man, yeah. I wonder. I don't want to take the time to think about this. Faster, I need more. Set attribute levels. There we go. Get attribute levels. Well, no, like well, here's an example. Basically, what I'm having in the situation I have here is I have some, this combatant component, right? And this contains characters like their stuff like their health level, their level, their attribute levels, which is how their attributes like health and stuff scale, their abilities, and I want to basically I have one actor, which is the game system that contains all the components for the party members you can have, and then I have the player character, which has the combatant component for the party leader. I maybe even have enough whole combatant component is redundant. Basically, I wish I could just take the component from him, put it into the party system as like his component, and then pull one out from it and place it on him that's for the other, for whatever party member I'm switching to, and then it'll just use the data from there, if that makes sense. Because you can technically do that with actors. Like, you could take an actor, make it a child actor of another actor, and then detach it and place it as a child actor on a different actor, and then you get data from it. But, yeah, if that makes sense. So I think this is saving everything out. But then I have to do it the other way, too. That's the thing. Well, I'll set it to... Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do this then. I will... Oh, no. Because I got to save it out. Crap. Man. Oh, man. Yeah, well, maybe I'm not explaining it well. Essentially, I have 4 floating party members, I call them, which is the guys that are not currently the leader character that you're playing as. They all have their own combatant component that's holding the data. Then the leader also has his own combatant component that's holding the data, because let me think. Because that's the one that's actually receiving damage. And then I want, when I switch who the leader is, because it's not like I have that the character, it's just the actual data from the combatant. I don't know if that makes any more sense, and I want to be able to pull that data out and put on the leader combatant. I don't know. There's probably a better way to... Yeah, I think I need to think this over on how I want to, at least for now, I can swap out the levels and the current attribute values. This would be good as a macro, wouldn't it? Or a function even. Transfer combatant values. Combatant source. Probably what would be better is just creating a struct that holds the stuff I want to transfer and then adding that in and then saving it back out. And I need to do that for a save game anyway, so I probably should. But that's going to make me need to rework how this crap operates. So... Well, I am. I do use data assets. The problem is I want I have... So let me kind of show you how it works in the outliner. I have the party game system right here. So this is the thing that runs all the function for how the party system works. And then attached to that, I have the floating party members, which are like the actual instance versions of the different party members: Lena, Glyn, Mallory, and Scarlet in this case. What was I going to say? And I have this here so I can dynamically change values on them. And probably I think so. I initially designed this, the way this system works, for actually a turn-based RPG, because essentially you'd only ever need these 4 party members in their combat, or however many you had, and then you could modify the values on these. And so the consistent data for them, like their name and stuff, comes from a data asset, but then stuff I want to edit or change is on the actor. So that, and I use an actor so I can add components to it. So I feel like I just need to think of a better way of transferring data to and from the combatant. And I don't want to spend a lot of time thinking and just testing it on... Oh, freaked out because I saw the skeleton coming on. coming on stream, but... Alright, I'm gonna use this transfer combatant method right now. And then after stream I'll try to experiment more to see if I can get something better. Attribute values, set attribute values. Yeah, it's probably better to save all that as a struct file. Or, sorry, a struct. target set level. Actually, this would be better. Target combatant. Source combatant. Get level. No. So this is using again, like I talked about Omega Game Framework, which is my system. That actually has Omega Game Framework has its own ability and attribute system. Like that a custom. It's a lot simpler, and it's designed primarily with single player stuff in mind. Not that you couldn't use it for multiplayer stuff, but like it's essentially it was initially intended as a simpler blueprint only alternative to gas. And by blueprint only, I mean the base code is built in C++, but for the end user, for the person actually creating the abilities, they don't need to go into C++ to like set inputs or make attribute sets and stuff like that. If you're making a new project, you just add in the plugin and you can do everything in Blueprint. So it's a lot easier to handle with because it's meant to be more user friendly. And then that's a source, and I want to set. I think just set ranks, and I'll leave the rest. Oh, data asset. Yeah. Set. Is it? No, it's levels. That's right. Set attribute levels. Probably in C++ there would, like, if you went deep enough, there'd be a way to, like, literally copy a component over. Writer loaded. I did not mean to load writer. I don't know how that happened. Source. Yeah, now my computer's going to go slow. So, source from target. So essentially now, what I want to do is, so member data. So this is the floating party member and then character. Frick. Yeah, I've built this system before and I had this same problem. Right, okay, so let's do this again. Get player character. I'll need to do this before I change the party leader, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'll need to do this before I change the party leader, so I access the... Oh, let me think. I may need to do macro as well. Frick. Get combatant, or get combat. I need to do this faster. I can just make a macro or something. Get component by class. So we want to transfer the stuff from the leader to from the player character to whoever. Leader to their combatant asset, I think. So there, and that will if we do that, then we swap them out and hang on. Then we change who the leader is, and then pull in the new leader's data. Basically, just swap these. But man, this looks and feels icky. Definitely got to figure out a better solution. Especially for, whatever. But at least now, hopefully... Hey, oh, tack broke. Hey, what's up? Come at me. Hey, try that again. Okay. Good, alright. The stuff changed, but now... what else got detached? Because now the thing's not popping up in the HUD. Right. There we go. No. Big ol' window. Get him! Take that, you bonehead. Okay, one more. You can do better than that. Alright, switch out. Although it should also be updating... Frick. Well, let's that Nishi change. I just need to tell it to the character that's taking damage also needs to be updated at the top, right? No, it doesn't. Actually, let me look. Because if I remember correctly, it doesn't even show the attributes of the, or the health of the current party member on the side there, does it? Yeah, it doesn't. It just shows their name. Sweet, which means I can actually put that collapsing to the test now. Because what I'll do is, when I'm highlighted, hang on, change visibility, correct, and then set to collapsed. Not the box, no. We want the box. It's just the health that we want to get rid of. We want to collapse. So, marquee rendering visibility. And then set it to collapse there. Perfect. So now, bam, there you go. Now it's updating properly. Take that. There you go. And if I switch out, it saves it and comes back in. So it works. It's not how I'd prefer it to work, but it does work. There you are. I spent all this time on party members, which is an important thing, but it's not even quite done. All right, I'll definitely be working on this more outside of the stream then, just because I'm running out of time. And there's a giant sun glare in my face. All right. Let me check on one thing. Nice. Okay, well, thanks everyone for watching. Think that's all for today. Guess tomorrow's going to be putting everything together into some sort of level that people can play through. That hopefully won't completely poop on performance. Anyway, in the meantime, again, if you would, wait. Should have this all prepared. Just a reminder, Mariposa and the Galaxy Man is available on Steam. Demo, or well, it's not available. The Wish is available to wishlist on Steam. The demo is coming in a week or so. Also, if you would, should have prepared all this more properly. But if you would like to check out Omega Game Framework or any of my other stuff on the Unreal Marketplace, it is all available here at Studio Syndicate. Omega Game Framework is free, and my other stuff, the Anime Character Pack Assembly, Super RPG Framework, all here as well. Thanks all for joining me. I think I'm probably gonna, I probably will take tomorrow off of streaming, and I won't work on it at all. And then Monday will be the 7th day, the last day. So yeah, and we'll see how things go then. Thanks everyone for sticking around. I appreciate it. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye.